Hello everybody, welcome back to another Minetest mod review, and today we are looking at the Maidroid mod, which creates little droids that'll go around and do stuff. So there's one that'll do farming, there's one that'll put torches out as it follows you, which is kind of cool. But to actually do anything, there's a few things we have to do first. First off, you need eggs to make the Maidroids, and that's just a bunch of bronze around a piece of steel. And then if you actually want the maids to do anything, you're going to need a core, which it's a bunch of steel around a piece of obsidian. And those are, at this point, actually both worthless because they both need to be programmed. So you need a core writer, which is created as such, and an egg writer, which is created as such. So you can see it's a tad wee bit expensive. But once you have it, oh, I don't have a blank egg. I thought I did. So we throw an egg in here, and we can actually use almost any color dye, and it pretty much just changes their hair color. So I'm going to go ahead and do a red one because I haven't done red yet. And you throw dye in there, and I believe it uses 2 pieces of coal. Yep, because I had 10 in there for the previous one. So this kind of goes back and forth, and this goes up, and the egg kind of swims around in this vat. And while that's working, let's jump into the core writer here. And we put an empty core in, and we need some coal as well, 2 pieces again. And here we have 4 color options. I'm only going to be able to demo 3 because I don't have a optional dependency. So we can use yellow, red, white, or orange. And using red will pretty much create a droid that just follows the player. Yellow will create a farming droid, so they will plant seeds and then actually they'll harvest them. Farm field should be surrounded by fences though, so they don't just wander off. White, which I don't have, will let you actually write your own custom code for the mob to do. But like I said, I don't have the mod that you need. It's like pdisc, I think, or pdisc. But I wouldn't have any idea how to write any code for it to do anything, so I wouldn't really be able to demo it. And you see once the core is finished here, it just changes that dot in the center. And now we have a core ready to put in an egg. And then the last thing we have is using orange dye. It'll create the one that places the torches out. So let's go ahead and place this droid. So you'll see here that it says this Maidroid is inactive, core none, owner single player, which is me. Right clicking, we open up its inventory and we see a spot to put its core. The wheeled item, as far as I've noticed, you actually can't put anything in. It'll kind of just pull that in from its own inventory. And you'll see now it's following me. And I guess if you wanted and you didn't want to like create inventory bags or something, you could just, as you go around and gather stuff up, give it to the Maidroid and let it carry it for you. Honestly, yeah, it does seem kind of pointless to do that, but you could. It'll follow you along and carry along extra inventory, and that's about what it does. It just follows you. The farming one's a little more interesting. Oh, good. Some of this stuff is ready to be harvested. So let me show this here. There is a capture rod, and let me actually pull up the craft recipe for that. A couple pieces of steel, meese crystal, some pink dye, and white wool. And you can actually use that and left click, and it'll give you that little sound effect, and it turns it into this this captured one that you can just store in your inventory or wherever. So I actually have one of those, which unfortunately I don't know which of these is it. I have one that's a farmer and one that's a torch placer. So let me go ahead. This is the farmer. So let's go ahead and grab that one and place it in the farm field. Like I said, you're supposed to yes, You're supposed to put a fence around your farm field so they don't escape. And you'll see here, it's kind of not the smartest of lithogram as to how it goes around. It just kind of goes pretty random. But as you can see, it's harvesting the cotton and planting new cotton seeds. And it'll eventually get to the wheat and harvest that. It'll probably keep planting cotton seeds, though, till it goes through this stack. And then it potentially will grab wheat seeds because it's the next stack in inventory. I'm not really sure how that works. If you had a farm and you had multiple different plants you were growing in it, I would advise putting each plant set in its own plot. So the droid here harvests and plants the same stuff. Because otherwise you're going to get, let's just say you're going to get some stuff that's kind of messed up. And no, I'm not actually sure how this works. This might have hard-coded full-grown plants because there's really no other way it would know what's fully grown and what's not. So I'm not 100% sure how that actually works. It may only work with cotton and wheat. If you had, say, farming redo or crops or any of the other mods that add plants with food, it may not harvest or plant those. Honestly, not sure. I probably should have checked, but I didn't think of it till right at this very moment. So I'm just going to leave her here doing her thing. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give her a name. So we also have these name tags, which can be made of paper, some black dye, some steel, some string. And we just go ahead and stay still. There we go. And now we can give it a name. What's a good name? Jack and Jill went up a hill, so let's call her Jill. And now she gets a little label above her head that says Jill. Woohoo. So let's go ahead and place this torch placing one. And you'll see it has the torture core here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that there. It's got a bunch of torches. Why did it say it's paused? Why are you paused? You're supposed to be following me. And again, you'll notice you can't place anything into the wheel spot there. Why are you paused? Is it because it's not dark? Let's change the time. Why is it paused? I'm so confused. Why are you paused? How do I unpause you? It's inactive. It is paused. Why are you paused? I don't get it. It is inactive. Oh, I punched her and she unpaused. Oh, I see. If you punch it, it'll pause or unpause. Alright, so now I can run around in the dark. Okay, so I'm really not sure what happened there. Somehow... What are you doing here, Jill? How did you get out? My torch placer was following me, placing torches, and then I crashed with some random error that I don't know what it was. I don't know what caused it. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try again, because why not, right? Well, something about eye pairs and something another. I don't really know what. Torture core. Okay, so we've got an egg here. We're gonna make you a torture. We're gonna throw you some torches. And so this works by pretty much checks the brightness, and if it's below a certain point, it'll place a torch out. So now that we've gone over to here, if we walk back, following the same relative trail, you will notice that, oh no, let's stay to the same path. It's not placing any new torches because the light level is essentially great enough that we don't need to put more light out. So let's go ahead and light up around the farm field here. And hope she doesn't get lost. What? How did the... I have no idea how that got on top of that fence. Like, that shouldn't even be possible, really. And now it disappeared. Wait, why did you get stuck over here? So it could jump the fence previously, but now the bounding box on that fence is getting it stuck. Okay. Like, I mean, to be fair, bounding boxes for fences are a little janky sometimes. But yeah, basically it'll place torches whenever it's too dark. So that's pretty cool. It also has the added benefits of pretty much leaving you a trail that you can follow back to get to wherever it was you were before you started exploring. And we crash again. I don't know what is doing this. It makes no sense. Alright, we appear to be back after a second crash. I don't honestly know what's causing them, but due to the crashes, I would probably not recommend this for a server. It just seems like that would maybe not be the bestest idea in the world, because in order to recover from these crashes, what I had to do is disable the mod, then go in and destroy the torch placing entity, and then I could restart the world, re-enable the mod, restart the world, and the problem seemed to go away. So I don't know if it's a problem with the torch placing core or exactly what, but yeah, it maybe needs a little bit of work before it's really ready to be deployed on a server. The last update at the time of this recording is about a year ago, so I have a feeling it's kind of been abandoned, but it's still... I actually had a request to do a review on this, I don't know, 9 months ago or something, quite a while. And I only finally did one because, well, quite honestly, at the point when the review had been requested, the mod wasn't ready. And then I kind of got busy and forgot about it. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh, this looks pretty complicated, which turns out it wasn't at all. It was actually fairly simple. But there you are. The Maidroid mod for Minetest. Link in the description from our website, and obviously all the links there to download and such. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.